Osimhen sends Galatasaray to the last 16 of the Champions League. Rivers United Peterborough FC to regain top spot in the Nigerian Premier Football League. British number one knocked out of the Dubai Tennis Championships. More of these in the news. I am Banky O. Super Eagles striker Victor Osimhen and Barry Zima scored in extra time as Galatasaray, head of a stirring fight back from 10-man Juventus, reached the last 16 of the Champions League. Trailing 5 goals to 2 from the first encounter in Istanbul, Juventus captain Manuel Locatelli started the recovery, stroking in a first-half penalty after Lucas Torreira had fouled Crepen Thuram. And after having one Caba sent off in the first leg, another dismissal followed for the Italian side in the 49th minute. This time it was for English centre-back Lloyd Kelly, who had his second yellow card upgraded to straight red in controversial circumstances after he caught Yimas on the back of his Achilles when landing following an area clash. Federico Gatti tapped in Pierre Kalilu's 70th minute cross to provide renewed hope, and Allianz Arena erupted in joy when American midfielder McKennie restored parity from close range. However, after Edona's Grover's shot wastefully wide, the host tired in extra time, and Osimhen fired in a low effort after being picked out by Yimas to put the visitors back ahead in an enthralling tie. And with just a minute left, Yimas put the contest beyond doubt following another break and composed finish past home goalkeeper Mattia Perrin. In relief, Galatasaray will now face either Liverpool or Tottenham on their first last 16 appearance in Europe's elite club competition since 2013-2014. Real Madrid and Brazilian winger Vinicius Jr. scored the decisive goal to send Real Madrid into the last 16 of the Champions League as they beat Benfica 2 goals to 1 on the night and 31 on aggregate. Real fans had up banners with messages of support for Vinicius, who had scored the only goal in Lisbon before kickoff at the Santiago Bernabeu. And as the players took to the field, 2 forceful messages: no to racism and respect, were read out. Benfica made a perfect start, leveling the tie after 14 minutes through Rafael Silva, but Aurelien Tchouameni put Madrid back in charge with a powerful strike from distance. But the defining moment belonged to Vinicius, who scrambled through on goal to seal the deal for the hosts with 10 minutes remaining. Champions League orders Paris Saint-Germain beats 10-man Monaco to advance to the last 16 of the Champions League. Monaco went ahead just before halftime when Mamadou Koulibaly threaded the ball through to Magnus Aklute, who found the bottom corner of the net with a first-time finish, which went in via the post. The game changed just before the half mark when Koulibaly was sent off for a tackle on Ashraf Hakimi while already on a yellow card, which he picked up just 3 minutes earlier. PSG leveled the tie almost immediately with Marquinhos slotting up from the Zero Duis low cross. Georgia winger Kvaratskhelia made sure of the victory in the 66th minute when he fired in from close range after Hakimi's low strike had been parried into his path by Monaco goalkeeper Philippe Korn. In stoppage time, Jordan Taze fired into the bottom corner, but it was a mere consolation for Monaco. The others will face either Chelsea or Barcelona in the next round and will discover the opponents in the knockout draw tomorrow. In the Nigerian Premier Football League, Rivers United returned to the summit of the Nigerian League when they defeated Barrow FC in a rescheduled fixture yesterday. The hard-fought win ended 1-0. The encounter played at the Amese Stadium was decided by a solitary strike from Stephen Manyo, who found the breakthrough to earn the Pride of Rivers maximum points. The decisive moment came in a tightly contested affair, with both sides battling for control in the midfield. However, Rivers United showed greater cutting edge in the final third, capitalizing on the opportunity to secure the slim advantage. The victory lifted Rivers United back to the top of the MPFL standings with 45 points. Notably, they have three outstanding fixtures, a factor that could further strengthen their title credentials as the season progresses. With momentum now on their side, the Port Harcourt Bayside will look to consolidate their position when they take on their remaining games in the race for domestic honors. The Super Eagles of Nigeria will face Iran and Jordan in an upcoming friendly tournament, with head coach Eric Shally opting to leave out five members of the squad that featured at the recent African Cup of Nations. The tournament in Jordan will mark Nigeria's first assignment since securing a third-place finish at the Continental Showpiece in January, although the team's participation remains subject to pending ruling by FIFA over Nigeria's protest against DR Congo, accused of fielding ineligible players during November's World Cup qualifiers. Shelley has presided with preparation for the tournament. Among the notable absentees, our first choice goalkeeper Stan Wabali, who has been inactive since parting ways with Chippa United. Centre defender Samir Ajayi is also unavailable as he continues his recovery from hamstring injury sustained during the African Cup of Nations. Midfielder Tochiko Nadi, who completed the move to Olympique de Marseille in January transfer window but has yet to feature for the French side, has not been included. Defender Emelisa Akinsamira, currently on loan at Pisa SC from Inter Milan, also misses out after losing his place at club level. Midfielder Osman Mohamed, who struggled to make an impact during the African Cup of Nations tournament, completes the list of omission for the upcoming friendlies. The match is expected to provide Shally with an opportunity to assess alternative options and refine his squad as Nigeria look to build momentum ahead of future competitive fixtures. Ahead of the 2026 Women African Cup of Nations in Morocco, the camp of the Nigeria Super Falcons has come alive. A total of 11 players have already arrived in camp as preparation begins in earnest for the pre-tournament double-header against Cameroon. The friendly matches form part of the team's build-up towards the 2026 Women's African Cup of Nations WAFCON scheduled to hold in Morocco. The technical crew is expected to use the fixtures to assess player fitness level, test tactical variations, and integrate new call-ups into the squad. More players are anticipated to join the camp in the coming days as the team intensifies preparation for the crucial encounter. The Super Falcons, record holders of the Continental title, will be aiming to fine-tune their squad and build momentum ahead of the championship, where they are expected to mount a strong challenge for the crown once again. Ajibade Rashid, captain of the Super Falcons, is in camp. Okobi Okiogene Ngozi, Uchebe Christie, Ogbonna Glory, Monday Gift, Omewa Joy, Onyene Zidi Esther, Oloko Fatima, Christopher Precious, Nkwacha Fever, and Demeyi Oluwatosin. In tennis, British number one Jack Draper suffered a second-round loss to Frenchman Arthur Dakinet on his return to the ATP Tour at the Dubai Tennis Championship, contesting his first event on the men's tour since the US Open. 6 months ago, Draper marked his comeback from injury by beating Quentin Ellis in straight sets on Monday. With the 24-year-old's tournament was ended by world number 31 Rintaknet in a 7-5 6-7 6-4 loss 2 days later. Draper slipped to 15th in the world after reaching a career high ranking of 4th last summer, following his long-term absence caused by a bruised bone in his service arm, and needs to play more games to recover and put up championship performance once again to climb up in the latest ranking. And Denver Nuggets were too good for Boston Celtics to defeat. They ended the game with 103 to 84 points in the regular season of the NBA. Milwaukee Bucks needed overtime to defeat Cleveland Cavaliers. It ended 118 to 116 points. Sacramento Kings were knocked out by Houston Rockets 128 to 97 point emphatic win for the Rockets. Toronto Raptors lost by 3 points against San Antonio Spurs 107 to 110 points. Memphis Grizzlies were defeated by Golden State Warriors. The Warriors showed their mettle in the game, winning 133 to 112 points. Detroit Pistons destroyed Oklahoma City Thunder 124 to 116 points. And finally, this morning, Daniel Dubois refused a fist bump from world champion Fabio Wardley as the pair came face to face at a Lively news conference in London. At a lively news conference in London, the world title fight between two of Britain's biggest punchers takes place at Manchester Co-op Live Arena on the 9th of May. After some long-winded bickering between the two camps, the fighters relatively restrained until that point finally packed into life. Wadley said he would flatten the challenger. He said, "My power is proven. If there is time left on the clock, I'm taking you out of the fight." The 31-year-old with 19 stoppages and 20 wins will make the first defense of his WBO crown, having claimed the interim title against Joseph Parker before being upgraded to full champion when Alexander Usyk vacated the belt. Former IBF champion Dubois, 28, is coming off a devastating knockout loss to generational great Usyk last summer. And that's all we have in the news. A talking point next. Yeah, so the second leg of the round of 16 UEFA Champions League playoffs ended yesterday in dramatic fashion. Only one Italian team could make it into the round of 16 after Atalanta turned on the heat on Borussia Dortmund with a stroke of luck to defeat them 4 goals to 1 yesterday and ended 4-3 on aggregate. Borussia Dortmund picked up a red card in that game. Goals came in as early as the 5th minute to show major intention of overturning, the disadvantage. Gianluca Scamacca scored in the 5th minute. David Zabacosta scored in the 45th minute. After the first half, it was at par with Borussia Dortmund. Then Mario Pasalic gave them the lead in the 57th minute to make it 3 goals to 2. Karim Adeyemi recovered for Borussia Dortmund in the 75th minute, an assist from Kani Chukwuemeka to make it 3-3. And when they thought maybe they can stroke it to halftime and see if they can generate renewed energy, to push against Atalanta, There was a red card that went to Nikos Klutterbeck off the pitch, and Remy Bensabini got a red card on the pitch in the 97th minute. And also, Georgios Cavini got a red card in the 97th minute also. But before then, Remy Bensabini, a controversial red card that he got in the game. And yes, it was Lazar Samadzic who scored a penalty, a very controversial penalty in the 98th minute, to give Atalanta that comprehensive win over Borussia Dortmund and eventually knock Borussia Dortmund out of the Champions League. For Atalanta, let's wait and see. Juventus thought they will recover yesterday, and indeed, they scored three fine goals against Galatasaray. In fact, they were playing with a malice advantage and they were doing all kind of magic against Galatasaray and the Turkey-based side. I didn't quite understand what was going on. The first goal of the game came in the 37th minute. There were a lot of cards in that game. The first goal came in the 37th minute when Manu Locatelli scored a penalty. Then Lloyd Kelly got a red card. Yet yellow card upgraded to a red card in the 48th minute, just when the second half started. But with that, Galatasaray could not make use of the advantage, and there was a Federico Gatti, just like I read in the news, that scored in the 70th minute. Weston McKennie got a second in the 82nd minute, and at that time it was 3-3 between the two sides. And the first opportunity, Super Eagles' top superstar, Nigerian striker Victor Osimhen, the first opportunity got in the game, he put it away, and then that was the first goal that came for Galatasaray in the 106 minutes. Cool finish from Victor Osimhen and Baris Yimas, who assisted Osimhen for the goal, also scored in 119 minutes. So Juventus out of the Champions League also. Paris Saint-Germain and AS Monaco, we also had a red card in that game. The game ended 2-2 in regulation time. It was a tightly contested affair between Juventus and Monaco. Monaco got the fourth goal through Magnus Aklute. Then Marquinhos scored immediately, 2 minutes after Koulibaly got a red card. He's going to be regretting the action right now. It was Marquinhos that scored the 60th minute. Kvaratskhelia also scored in the 66th minute. And Jordan Tez got one back in the 91st minute for Monaco. The game ended 2-2. But because Paris Saint-Germain went to Monaco to win the first leg 3 goals to 2, all the advantage fell on their laps. For Real Madrid, Vinicius Jr. once again decided the fate of Benfica. He scored and, of course, celebrated, dancing so beautifully, the samba dance. Vinicius Jr.'s Real Madrid defeated Benfica 2 goals to 1 yesterday. So a lot of drama in the Champions League last night. And for Galatasaray, they need to thank Victor Osimhen especially. Send gift to his family in Lagos, send gift to his community in Lagos, send gift to the president of Nigeria, for the performance of Victor Osimhen yesterday, guiding them to the round of 16 of the Champions League, where they might face Liverpool or Tottenham, waiting for the draw tomorrow. So for Victor Osimhen, fantastic goal from him. He didn't celebrate the goal. It was quite sad because the team didn't play well. He threw the whole team under the bus in this particular interview, saying they didn't perform well. Juventus deserved the win, and he also said he won them. There's going to be a very tightly contested game against Juventus that some didn't listen, and he kept on with his own game. This is the first time Galatasaray will be playing round of 16 of the Champions League since the 2013-2014 season. Let's get to hear from the Super Eagles striker Victor Osimhen and taking his goal tally in the Champions League to 7.
Some kind of sense of relief, but I have to be honest with you. I'm disappointed in the performance of the team. I mean, the whole team, and I have to give kudos to Juventus for the kind of display that they put on. And yeah, we qualify, but I think we have a lot to improve on if we are to go into the next round and play the big dogs. I think yeah, this performance today was not really good. I think Juventus deserved the win, but I'm happy for my team to qualify for the next round. I mean. At first, I was really psyched up. I was trying to. I prepare my teammates before we step on the pitch. I let them know how difficult it is to come to Turin to try to get a win because I've played here also, and I know how difficult it is. And then I think some of them are kind of like timid, and then when I try to motivate them and do the best I can, I cannot do it alone. I try to motivate them. I've seen that some of them, it's normal. This is football, and I think some of them are kind of like scared with the crowd, and of course the way Juventus are playing. But I know this team. When you try to lay back and let them play, they're gonna do damage to you, and they even play more better with the red card than when they are 11. So I think for me, we have a lot to improve on, and when I try to speak and some of them tend not to listen, I just keep it going. So I have nothing else to say. I mean, to be honest with you, meeting Liverpool now is going to be like some sort of revenge. But I think, yeah, anyone we meet now. But I will, I wouldn't say much, but I would like to escape Liverpool. But if they come, yeah, of course we're gonna dig it out. But it's not gonna be easy. I mean, this is Champions League. No team is easy, and we can see how flying Bodo Glimt are really doing in this tournament. So if you try to win, you have to also play the big dog and make a statement for yourself. But I think we've met Liverpool, but we haven't played at the Anfield. So yeah, if we meet them, it's going to be an amazing game. But I think we're up to the task. It's not going to be easy, of course, but I think.
Yes, you would try to avoid Liverpool at Anfield. Victor Osimhen, I think that it's better to pick on Tottenham than playing against Liverpool over two legs at Anfield. In that game yesterday against Juventus, I knew that there's going to be a problem. Even from the first leg, despite winning 5-3, it was so easy to score against Galatasaray. From that first leg, when Juventus got the advantage and scored twice in the first half. But then we saw the pressing of Victor Osimhen is so important to this team. For Real Madrid, they didn't play well against Benfica yesterday, I have to say. They won that game 2-1 like Real Madrid would do normally, even when they don't play well. But Benfica lacked the cutting edge in yesterday's match. They could have done way better than that. They had so many balls in the final third, and they had no clue of what to do with some of these balls. They were making absolutely wrong decisions in the final third. They could have buried Real Madrid because Real Madrid were not compact in the game. They were not chasing down second balls, and yes, you also look at the two goals that Benfica considered. The goal from Chouameni, too much space in between, and they allowed that to happen. For Trent Alexander-Arnold, they tried to play well in yesterday's match. Yes, it was not the best player on the pitch yesterday. It was Thibaut Courtois who made some fantastic saves for Real Madrid. But let's hear from Trent Alexander-Arnold. The Englishman talked about yesterday's win.
Yeah, I think it's what we expected. Played them a few times this season now, so we expected a difficult game. They came out and attacked from early, which of course they needed to. But there was a test and a challenge with them scoring a goal, and it could have changed our mentality and the way we played our game. But we reacted in the perfect way. Showed our resilience, bounced back straight away with a fantastic finish from Aurelian, and then seeing the game out. With Vinny showing an excellent finish again at the perfect time in the game to kind of put the tie to bed. And at that point, it's just about seeing it out and staying mature, not trying to chase more goals. And we done that. We kept the ball when we managed the game excellently. No, not particularly, if I'm honest. Of course, what happened last week has happened. I don't want to say it's in the past because I don't want to kind of downplay how big of an issue it is and what actually happened, but our focus was getting through. That's all that mattered to us kind of today. There was no out proving a message or sending a message to anyone. It was about winning the game. Let our football do the talking, and that's what.
All right, we have to also say Vinicius Junior's hit form just about the right time for Real Madrid because Kylian Mbappe didn't play yesterday's match. For Luis Enrique, his team, they've started just like they did last season. Last season, they didn't qualify. Automatically, they went through the playoffs, and now they are waxing stronger. This is Luis Enrique saying that he's not afraid of any team.
Very, very happy. Relief, it was tough, it was difficult. We knew it before the match because they are a good team and we know them perfectly. But when you win the first round and you come and everybody thinks that it's going to be easy. No, it's in football. We had some troubles in the first half, but I think second half we control and dominate the match. Yeah, I don't think so, but it's normal when you reach the level that we reached last year. Everybody's expecting that we are going to win 4-0, 7-0. Yeah, that's football, professional football. You know the difficulty. I have to say that the shows that I see, I am happy. I think we are improving our level offensively and defensively on the ball and off the ball, and it's going to be tough because that.
All right, ahead of the draws tomorrow, these are the team, the likely pairings, the likely, round of 16 matches that we'll be expecting to enjoy in the Champions League. Arsenal will face either Bayer Leverkusen or Atalanta. Bayern Munich will face either Bayer Leverkusen or Atalanta also. For Liverpool, they will face either Atletico Madrid or Galatasaray. For Tottenham, they'll face either Atletico Madrid or Galatasaray also. For Barcelona, they'll face either Newcastle United or Paris Saint-Germain. Chelsea will face either Newcastle United or PSG. A repeat of the final of the FIFA Club World Cup looms for both of them. Then for Sporting Lisbon, they'll face either Bodo Glimt or Real Madrid. Manchester City will face either Bodo Glimt or Real Madrid. Those two teams they've played in the group phase of the Champions League. 09160005945. Good morning to you. Yes, your name and location. Bishop Guard. Mm. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. In fact, they didn't even pass the ball to Shime enough yesterday. He didn't get any kind of service. Yes, it was sad. Did you listen to the interview? Did you listen to the interview? That I played this morning? Did you listen to it? All right, go ahead. Mm. Mm. Yes. Mm. Mm. Bye bye. Thank you very much. Go and support my you. Thank you. 091600595 091600495. Those are the numbers to call this morning. If you want to text us, 09128945945. Good morning to you. Hello? Yes, your name and location. Rabasi, go ahead. Mm, mm, are you sure? That your team now, that your team can beat this PSG now, Abby. Mm, thank you very much, my friend. All right. 091600595 091600495. Good morning to you. Yes, your name and location. All right, go ahead. Mm, yes. Are you sure it's me? I don't even understand. Now only me the beer banky. I don't tire what it's like. Thank you very much, my friend. One. All right, thank you. 091600595. A lot of people. This was maybe somebody is using my name. See why new 0916004945091600594. Good morning to you. Yes, yes. But yeah, they did not pay for it now. They did not pay for it now. I mean, my child they pay me this money. I beg. I can't laugh. 0916005945. Yes, we leave for the sport, the Champions League. Is a place you want to be. There's no way Manchester United fans are not are happy that they're not playing in the Champions League this season because they'll be feeling that they have the team that can contest or even win the Champions League. Good morning to you. Yes, your name and location. John. John! Welcome, John. How are you today? That Vinicius Jr. will not play. That Vinicius Jr. will not play. No, no, I say no. Prestiani, that guy is who I said won't play, not Vinicius Jr. That mixed him. Because I even gave the lineup, if you remember. If you, yeah, so give the lineup. You're welcome, man. All right, on WhatsApp, the only black man from Mungo says congratulations to Victor Osimhen. His presence has guided Galatasaray to the round of 16. Yes, PSG qualified, but it will be hard for them to retain this trophy considering their performances recently. Up Chelsea, up Rangers, up but never say never. All right, good morning. Congratulations to Victor. I want Victor's team to make sports, not my Liverpool, because I want to see Victor in the quarterfinal. This is Radio Ambassador Kingsley Okemiri, Opera Avenue, Enugu is my Jerusalem. Good morning, Banky. Yes, good morning to you. My guy, how far now? Okay, all right. A lady man, you know, there for now. Mm, mm. Which one is your club? Remind me. Did we talk about any Manchester United match today? Did we talk about any Manchester United match today? But did we talk about Manchester United match? Are they playing in the Champions League? You get it. You get it now, Abi? You get it. Mm. He's on loan, no. He's still a Manchester United player. He go come back. He, he go come back now. Now, get up. Thank you very much. I need to let you go now. All right. For the Europa League knockout games today, Red Star Belgrade against Lille with the advantage. The game is by 6:45. They are leading one goal to nothing. That's the second leg of their playoffs. Fenerbahce at home against Ludogorets Radgad. Radgad with the advantage, 2-1. VfB Stuttgart tore apart Celtic in Scotland. The second leg is today in Germany by 6:45. Also, Victoria Pleasing and Panathinaikos played a 2-2 draw. The return leg is tonight by 6:45. Bologna with the advantage against Brann by 9 p.m. Celta Vigo with the advantage against Park FC 2-1 from the first leg. By 9 p.m. also Genk defeated Dynamo Zagreb 3-1 from the first leg. Yes, it's also by 9 p.m. for Nottingham Forest. They defeated Fenerbahce 3-0. Yes, the return leg is tonight in England at its City Ground. The game is by 9 p.m. Also, then we have Conference League matches set for today. Red Star, no, Crystal Palace played a 1-1 draw against Mostar. Yes, in the first leg. So this time around, they'll be hosting them at the Sellers Park by 9 p.m. tonight. Thank you very much, guys. We'll be back by 7:30 on 94.5 Urban Radio for Urban Sport. But before we leave you this morning, we'll leave you with the amazing sport fact. Did you know that with Victor Osimhen's goal yesterday, he has become the highest goal scoring foreigner in the Champions League for Galatasaray. 13 Champions League goals for Galatasaray, highest goal scoring foreigner in the Champions League for the Turkey-based team. My name is Banki O Yagaze, who will be in charge of the parliament this morning. Good morning to you.